The sacred thread, also known as Janeu, Yajnopavita, Upnayanam, etc., is a significant ritual in Hinduism. Let us learn about the essential aspects of Janeu. Janeu is also referred to as Upavita, Yajna Sutra, Vrat Bandha, Bal Bandha, Mauni Bandha, and Brahma Sutra. The tradition of wearing Janeu is very ancient and is mandated in the Vedas. This is part of the Upanayana sacrament. Upnayan means to bring near or in close proximity. Bring near to whom? To Brahma, God, and knowledge. Wearing Janeu is part of the Upnayana sacrament, one of the 24 sacraments in Hinduism, also known as Yajnopavita sacrament. Head shaving and bathing in sacred water are also part of this sacrament. A person who wears Yajnopavita must adhere to all its rules. Once worn, it cannot be removed. If it becomes soiled, it must be replaced immediately with a new one. Let us understand the religious and scientific significance and health benefits of Janeu. In Hinduism, every Hindu is duty bound to wear Janeu and follow its rules. Any Hindu can wear it provided they adhere to its regulations. Not only Brahmins, but every section of society can wear the sacred thread. After wearing the Janeu, a Dvija, that is twice born, child gains the right to perform Yajna and Swadhyaya, that is self-study, and Yajna is sacred rituals. Dvija means second birth. Brahmachari and married. A girl who has to observe lifelong celibacy can wear the Janeu. A Brahmachari, that is celibate student, wears a Janeu made of 3 threads, while a married person wears one with 6 threads. In the Janeu of 6 threads, 3 threads represent the individual and the other 3 represent their spouse. You might have seen many people wearing a raw thread from their left shoulder to the right arm. This thread is called Janeu. In Sanskrit language, it's known as Yajnopavita. It's a sacred thread made of cotton, worn over the left shoulder and under the right arm. This means it is worn around the neck in such a way that it remains over the left shoulder. The Janeu primarily consists of 3 threads. Firstly, these 3 threads symbolize the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Secondly, they represent the 3 debts, debt to the gods, ancestors and sages. Thirdly, they symbolize the 3 qualities, that is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Fourthly, they represent the 3 phrases of the Gayatri Mantra. Fifthly, they symbolize the 3 stages of life. The Yajnopavita is removed in the sannyasa, that is renunciation stage of life. Each strand of the Yajnopavita consists of 3 threads, making a total of 9 strands. These represent the 9 openings of the body. one mouth, two nostrils, two eyes, two ears, and two for excretion and urination. It signifies speaking and eating well through the mouth, seeing good with the eyes, and hearing good with the ears. The Yajnopavita has 5 knots symbolizing Brahma, the creator, Dharma, that is duty, righteousness, Artha means wealth, Karma, that is desire, and Moksha, that is liberation. These knots also symbolize the 5 sacrifices, 5 senses, and 5 actions. The length of the Yajnopavita is 96 fingers. It symbolizes that the wearer should strive to learn 64 arts and 32 types of knowledge. These two add up to 96. This includes the 4 Vedas, 4 Upavedas, 6 limbs, 6 philosophies, 3 Sutra Granthas, and 9 Aranyakas, totaling 32 types of knowledge. The 64 arts include architecture, culinary art, painting, literature, craftsmanship, languages, machine making, sewing, embroidery, weaving, jewelry, agricultural knowledge, etc. When wearing the sacred thread, the boy holds a staff. He wears a single piece of unstitched cloth. A yellow scarf is worn around the neck. His hair is shaven, leaving a tuft that is called shikha in India. He wears wooden sandals, a mekhla, and a loin cloth that is called kopin. Mekhla, kopin, staff. The mekhla and kopin are given together. A mekhla is a string-like belt tied around the waist. It's also called munj or kardhani. It is made from a long piece of sacred thread or fabric. The kopin is a loin cloth about 4 inches wide and 1.5 feet long. It can be attached to the mekhla. The staff can be a simple stick or a special kind of staff called Brahma Danda. The Yajnopavita is dyed yellow. The sacred thread is worn with a unstitched cloth, holding a staff, wearing a kopin and a yellow scarf, following specific rituals. To wear the sacred thread, a ceremony is conducted in which the boy, along with his entire family, participates. The special thread, sanctified by the ceremony, is knotted in a specific manner. These 3 threaded Yajnopavita is always worn after receiving the Guru's initiation. The thread is replaced when it becomes impure. The Yajnopavita, that is sacred thread ceremony, begins with the Gayatri Mantra. The combination of Gayatri and Upavita signifies the state of being Dvija, that is, twice born. The Yajnopavita has 3 strands and the Gayatri Mantra has 3 phases. Tat Savitur Varenyam is the first phase, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi the second, and Dhiyo Yonah Prachodaya the third. The embodiment of the Gayatri Mahamantra is the Yajnopavita, which contains 9 words, 3 phases, along with 3 Vyaharitis, utterances. The mantra for wearing the Yajnopavit is Yajnopavitam Paramam Pavitram Prajapateryat Sahajam Purastat Ayusyamagram Pratimuncha Shubhram Yajnopavitam Balamastu Tejah. Before starting the Yajnopavit ceremony, the boy's head is shaved. On the day of the Upnayana ceremony, the boy is bathed and anointed with sandalwood and saffron paste on his head and body, and then he is adorned with the Janeu, that is sacred thread, initiating him into Brahmanhood. Following this, a homa, that is fire ritual, is performed. Then the deities like Ganesha are worshipped methodically, and the boy, dressed in lower garments and garlanded, is seated. He is then sanctified 10 times with the Gayatri Mantra, and vows for spiritual study, scriptural study, and observance of discipline are taken with the invocation of the deities. Next, he is fed a sweet dish in the company of children of his age, followed by a bath. Then a guru, father, or elder brother recites the Gayatri Mantra to him, saying that from today he is now a Brahmana, that is, one who believes in Brahma, that is, God. After this, he is draped in deer skin, wears a mekhla, that is, girdle, and is given a staff. Subsequently, the boy begs for alms from those present. In the evening, after eating, he runs away from home with the staff on his shoulder, declaring that he is going to Kashi, that is Varanasi, for studies. Later, some people lure him back with the promise of marriage. After this, the boy is accepted as a Brahman. The Upnayana ceremony for a boy is conducted in the 8th year generally from the day of conception. The initiation of education begins only after wearing the Janeu. However, nowadays, with the decline of the Guru tradition, most people do not wear the Janeu. In such cases, they are made to wear it before their wedding. But this is a merely formality, as they do not understand the significance of the Janeu. It is essential to place the Janeu over the right ear during impurity and while urinating or defecating. It should be removed only after washing hands and feet and rinsing the mouth. Wearing the Janeu is necessary before performing any religious task or worship or sacrificial rites. A marriage cannot take place until the Janeu is worn. The Janeu is also worn during urination and defecation. The period from Magha month for 6 months is suitable for Upnayana. The first, 4th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 13th, 14th, full moon and new moon days are generally avoided. Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are considered the best days of the week. Sunday is moderate and Monday is least favorable. However, Tuesday and Saturday are forbidden. The nakshatras, that is stars like Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Pushya, Dhanishta, Ashwini, Mrigashira, Punarvasu, Sravana and Revati are considered good. A rule is that all nakshatras except Bharani, Kritika, Megha, Vishakha, Jeshtha and Shatatarka are good for everyone. The nakshatras like Purva, Sadha, Ashwini, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Shravana, Dhanishta, Shatabhisha, Jeshtha, Purva Phaguni, Mrigasira, Pushya, Revati and the three Uttaras, along with the days Dvitiya, Tritiya, Panchami, Dashami, Ekadashi and Dwadashi, as well as Sunday, Friday, Thursday and Monday. The bright half of the lunar month, the signs Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo and Gemini, and during the sun's northern course are considered auspicious for Upnayana or Yajnopavita, the Janeu ceremony. The Yajnopavita should be lifted over the right ear before excreting or urinating and should only be removed after cleaning the hands. The basic idea is to keep the Yajnopavita above the waist and pure, and to repeatedly remind oneself of the vow of purity. If any strand of the Yajnopavita breaks or becomes more than 6 months old, it should be replaced. A broken idol should not be kept on the body. The thread should be replaced before it becomes weak and dirty. After the impurity period due to birth or death, there is a tradition to change it. Women who do not have small children in their lap can also manage the sacred thread, but they need to change it after their monthly menstrual cycle. The sacred thread is not taken off from the body. For cleaning, it is washed by turning it around while still worn around the neck. It is accidentally, if it comes off, there is a rule to chant a rosary for atonement or to change it. Do not tie to maintain the sanctity of the deity idols, etc. to it. Make separate arrangements for this. The sacred thread ceremony should be performed for a child only when he is capable of following these rules. The sacred thread is known as a symbol of vow, commitment. Without being bound by vows, human upliftment is not possible. The sacred thread is considered a symbol of vow observance. Hence, it is also called a formula or support. In religious scriptures, the disciplines of yama and niyama are considered vows. For a child to become eligible to chant the Gayatri Mantra and study the Vedas, the Upanayana ceremony is essential. From a religious perspective, wearing the sacred thread is believed to purify and sanctify the body. According to scriptures, gods like Aditya, Vasu, Rudra, Vayu, Agni, Dharma, Veda, Soma and Surya are believed to reside in the right ear. Therefore, even by touching it with the right hand, one receives the benefits of Achaman. Achaman refers to the act of purifying oneself with water before entering a temple or performing puja. In Islam, this is known as wudu. Emerging from the narrowness of selfishness to the greatness of altruism and renouncing animality to embrace humanity is called a second birth, that is, Dvija. The physical birth from the mother and father's seed is the same as other creatures. Embracing an idealistic life goal and committing to it is the entry into the human birth. This is called being Dvija, meaning second birth. Wearing Janeu is highly beneficial from a scientific point of view. It is not just a religious practice but also nourishes health. Therefore, it should always be worn. According to doctors, the passage of Janeu near the heart reduces the likelihood of heart diseases as it helps in the smooth circulation of blood. These are the beliefs in different religions and Hinduism as well. A person wearing Janeu adheres to certain disciplines. They cannot remove their Janeu after defecation until they wash their hands and feet and rinse their mouth. Therefore, they only remove the Janeu from around their ear after thoroughly cleaning themselves. This cleanliness protects them from diseases related to teeth, mouth, stomach, worms, and bacteria, making it particularly beneficial for heart patients. Before defecation, the Janeu must be tightly wrapped around the ears twice. This puts pressure on two nerves behind the ears, which are connected to the intestines, helping in easier bowel movements. The Janeu also controls the velocity of a certain substance released during defecation, preventing constipation, acidity, stomach and urinary diseases, blood pressure, and heart diseases. According to medical science, the nerve on the right ear is connected to the testicles and genitals. Wrapping the Janeu around the right ear during urination helps protect sperm. Scientists say that wearing Janeu can help alleviate the problem of recurring nightmares. Wrapping Janeu around the ear awakens the Surya Nadi, that is sun channel in humans. Wrapping Janeu around the ear also helps in preventing stomach related diseases and blood pressure issues. It is believed that there is a natural line on the back of the body running from the right shoulder to the waist, which functions like an electric current. Wearing Janeu helps in controlling this flow, aiding in managing anger and desire. Wearing Janeu brings a sense of purity and helps keep the mind away from corrupt actions. The mere awareness of wearing Janeu on the shoulder keeps a person away from corruption. The practice of pulling ears in schools is based on the fact that it stimulates a nerve in the ear, activating a dormant aspect of the brain. Hence, the Janeu is worn over the right ear. The ritual, a Vedic sacrament, is still alive in some form in other religions as well. It has been adopted for various reasons in all religions. For instance, this ritual is performed before circumambulating the Kaaba in Mecca. A close examination of the ancient Buddha statue in Sarnath reveals a subtle line on the chest, indicating Yajnopavita. This sacrament is also practiced in Jainism. The tradition of wearing a lower garment, that is lungi, is also related to the Parsis. In Judaism, the bar mitzvah for boys and bat mitzvah for girls are coming of age ceremonies at the age of 13 for boys and 12 for girls. Jewish children become accountable for the actions and are considered adults in terms of religious responsibilities. The ceremony usually involves the child reading from the Torah in the synagogue, symbolizing their entry into adult Jewish life. Likewise, in many Christian denominations, confirmation is a sacrament or rite in which a baptized person affirms Christian belief and is admitted as a full member of the church. This typically occurs in the early teenage years and is generally accompanied by a ceremony where the confirmant receives a blessing from a bishop, pastor, or priest. In some Muslim communities, the Bismillah ceremony marks the beginning of a child's religious education. While there is no fixed age for this, it often occurs when the child is around 4 to 6 years old. The event celebrates the first time a child recites the Bismillah in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, and begins learning the Quran. Many Native American tribes have traditional coming of age ceremonies for both boys and girls. These rituals often involved a period of instruction in the tribe's cultural traditions, spiritual beliefs, and survival skills. Vision quests or other spiritual tests may also be part of these rites of passage. In Japan, Seijin Shiki is a coming of age ceremony held annually for all who have reached the age of majority, that is 20 years old, in the past year. It is a national holiday marked by ceremonies at local and prefectural offices and is an opportunity for young adults to wear traditional dress and celebrate their passage into adulthood. Each of these traditions, like the Hindu Upnayanam, marks a significant transition in the life of an individual and is accompanied by specific rituals and ceremonies reflecting the values and beliefs of that culture or religion. They all symbolize the individual's readiness to take on new responsibilities and roles within their communities. I hope this was an interesting subject. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening and watching my video. Thank you. I would like to request you to subscribe if you like the talk on Upanayanam.